We back. One, two, 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2. Excuse me. I don't know if it changed anything. I don't know if it changed anything. I don't know if it changed anything. Yo, 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 I am a villain. When I don't animate, I do look serious. I hate it. Next. Yo, 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 I am a villain. When I don't animate, I do look serious. I need to mute. I hate it. Yo, 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 I am a villain. I might do it. I just flipped it yesterday, no reason. Okay, well that worked. And that worked. Now it should draw one there. Sweet. So now we're loading the camera. Boom. Okay, so what that was is load your model, it comes into the asset drawer here, and then you load it either at the middle of the world, the origin, or wherever you happen to be. And then you just move it manually afterwards, like so. I think I have another model that I downloaded. Let's have a look. The cottage is popping. So we have a cottage as well. Where is the debug 50 frames a second. It's really not. I need a button to just unload assets, I think. Or a given asset. Yeah, it was the same one. Hmm. You know, I was wondering why some people at the gym are always a certain way about me. I think it's probably because I don't smile enough. Like you said just now. I'm a good guy, but I have to smile more. Yeah, I like cats. I've had a lot of cats. or I did some cat sitting as well. Once upon a time. Asset model ID. Okay, I've got it. Okay, I've got it. I thought it was going with something else. What it needs to do is it needs to be tested for collision. No, I don't have any pets. How about you? I like dogs and cats. I like dogs more because I feel like, I don't know, they interact more, but let's take them on walks. They're big, more smelly. They're all smelly, all pets, but dogs are bigger usually. Too old to be doing this. Are you somebody that I turned down? I can't be if you're watching. Oh. You learnt a new word in the last year, unk. Okay. Also, you're now number 2. Nikita's number 1. She beat you. Nephew. Scene object. But yes, it does have the min-max. It has selectable, it has visible, and it has model ID. It should let you click yes or no and respond to these ticks instead of typing. It's a bit lame. Yeah, that's what they said when the calculator was invented. What you should do is take that phrase, close the AI, and use your brain and translate it 10 years into the future. And it won't be relevant. The world's changing, nephew. So ChatGPT will just make some engineering more abstract and easier. And so you'll get to a higher level faster. And then that's where you'll use your brain at the higher level. But you'd have to use your brain to know that. Where are you calling from anyway, nephew? Are you in Russia as well? Or are you one of my? Are you in the UK? Okay. I was just catching up on the news then. This is my two screens. Draw model. I mean, you do have a point though. the gizmo. That's the grid. Here. Yeah. Actually, I only became a YouTube partner recently. Last year, I became a YouTube partner, and I haven't streamed since I became a partner. I think you need 500 subscribers to be a partner, so you can get like members, but you need 1,000 subscribers to make money from ads. So I need 1,000 subscribers to monetize from ads. So 0. I'm gonna need the was it the scene object? Model. It depends on the prompt. So what do you mean by that? I understand the question, but not that point. Yeah, this will be scalable because it's an engine and just how I'm building it. But I only started it like 4 or 5 days ago. I was making an engine for about 18 months. But I started again. It was my first time. And I just thought it'd be good to start again now I got knowledge. But now the AI is much better, so you can build faster. And as I say, I have more knowledge. Still a newbie, pretty much. Picking. Don't worry about the typos. Maybe some people prompt GPT bad. Yeah, okay, I understand. I thought you meant that. I guess I think the problem is not the prompting, it's more if they have any coding knowledge, which will lead to better prompting. I don't think too much about my prompting, I guess that's automatic. But if you're doing a bad prompt based on your lack of knowledge, is the beard real? What do you mean? Of course. I hope so. Yeah, but if you're doing a bad prompt because you have lack of knowledge, you don't know you have lack of knowledge. Which is why it was good to start again. So I started the engine again. And then I've not used ChatGPT a lot for like 6, 7, 8 months. And one, I'm very impressed by how much better it's got. And two, it made me realize how much I did wrong. Like I had an end result. If you look at some of my older videos, there's one from maybe 7 months ago where I go through some of the features in the engine. It was just a hobby. And there's features that are working, but then how it was operating underneath was just really bad. Like, just very bad. Just to see if this will run anyway. I don't look, I mean, I can give an answer maybe, but I don't ask myself how much raw coding versus vibe coding I do. I always constantly ask myself, did I learn and do I need to remember this? So if I'm doing like some IMGUI tools, which is basically like if you look at the screen, and for those that don't know, if I'm writing some code just to put a button on the screen or 5 buttons, and maybe you forget 1 or 2 lines of code, that could take you like between 1 and 5 minutes, but you don't learn anything because it's just a button. You do it all the time. It's very boring. And the AI can do that in like 3 seconds. So I always go to the AI for things that I've done a million times. I don't waste time on stuff like that. And now I will use mostly ChatGPT for at least another, maybe for the rest of the month, because that's how long it would take 3 or 4 weeks to catch up. Yeah, Gemini is probably better. I was gonna put it on. I might tomorrow. So I'll use ChatGPT this month to catch up with where I was on the other engine, and then whatever I do next to implement will be something I've never done before. So I might change my pace and speed because I don't want to just create the product. I want to learn. I care more about learning. But here's the thing: if you made 2 small engines in 6 months, you're probably going to remember a lot. Make them a little bit different. One for one type of game, one for another. So you remember less, but it's 10 times faster. So you just make another engine if it's fun for you. Like somebody said earlier, I'm older. if you're still learning when you're older, it's because you want to learn. If you're learning when you're 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, it's because you want to learn. You just want to pass the test as well. So you're more likely to use tools to cheat, potentially. But if you want to learn just for learning, you can trust yourself to go between the AI and not using the AI. So how much time do I save? You can save weeks, but then I was using Cursor and I was using the AI within Cursor. It's similar VS Code, and I lost weeks because it wasn't ready, the program, not for a game engine. For making like a web application it was, but something like this that was more progressed and more advanced and nearer completion, it just kept destroying my application. And it was confident. It was destroying it with confidence. And sometimes it might take you 2 days to realize it's some of the foundational code has been wrecked. That's probably another reason I didn't code for a while. Okay, let's see if that's true. There should be. So if I import something like, was it the cottage, obj.obj, it should let me click it. So we're testing for picking. It should let me click if I choose the center of the house. But you don't really know where the center is. Ah, there we go. So yeah, it's right. I can click it. And what we're going to do is fix this so wherever we click, really. Annoying. So what are you using AI for? Oh, there we are. See it somewhere. No, it's not. That's an error. What? That's to this cube because that cube is cube 0. So I think it's rendering this. with the same texture as that wrong cube. Yeah. It's not been calculated yet, I don't think. Do I know about 6'7"? I don't think I'm as old as you think. Did you see Donald Trump said it in a speech like 3 days ago? And then somebody was laughing at him. Maybe the CIA director. No. Anyway, Google it. It's 4 a.m. here. Model out model. I remember the min-max functions from some chess AI I wrote in Python. Expand bounds. This is quite fun, the picking side of things. So picking is basically when you click somewhere in the scene and it knows whereabouts you've clicked on a 3D object. Okay, it's 4 a.m. I was going to bed 2 hours ago, but I came back for another stream. But I will go to bed now. So good night, everybody. Maybe I'll see you again.